there on the weekend.
Now, I know you've been away for a couple of weeks. Have you still kept your eye on the trials, just spring in the air? I know you just said you get excited.
I've managed to catch up. I didn't watch them live, but there's been a few nice trials. But you see the quality of horse, you'd expect them to trial well. So sometimes you've just got to temper that enthusiasm a little bit.
I mean, talk about VS Standard the other day. Wow. Anyway, let's get straight into it, to the Rosebud. As you mentioned, the 1100 metres will be there on Saturday, a listed race. But we're going to do something, as you said, a little bit different. Start off with Skyhook. So dominant win in the Pago, which we're going to have a look at, but he was honest as well there in the Golden Slipper.
Yeah, he was. So he might be one of those horses that can take that step forward. And I know that Gerald Ryan and Sterling Alexio have always held him in high regard. So this was that feature win in the Pago, and it pretty much catapulted him to be one of the horses to beat in a Golden Slipper. He ran midfield there. He went okay. He was shunted a little bit wide and ran an honest race. Maybe he'd come to the end of his preparation. But what I did like about this victory is not only the fact that he sprints, yeah, he did get a degree of control. The time was good. And this last 200 metres, 11.27, was a sharp piece of work. So as we saw throughout this entire season of 2-year-olds, there weren't too many dominant margins.
No.
And he was one of the outliers there. So he's trialled well. He's at the top of betting at the moment for the Rosebud. And I'm inclined to think that that is completely justified in terms of what we've seen to this point. So there's his 33.58 last 600 metres. Now, it was only the 5th quickest because he was held together between the 6 to the 4, and then he really explodes that last 400 metres. Now, race shape did allow him to do that, but I do like the way that he quickened from in front. We'll have a look now at the last 200 metres, and this is where he really comes into his own, showing a nice turn of foot and a sustained sprint through the line. So 11.27, that last 200 metre split. So looking at the 1200 metre comparisons, you can see here you've got your Midway, your Pago and your Magic Night. Now, despite being a slower first 600 metres, the overall time was still the quickest of the three. So that's a really good sign. So despite getting on-speed favours, the time still measured up, and that says speaks to the quality of his closing splits.
Yeah, I love the back end of that clock. There's a lot of merit to that. But the horse we're going to have a look at next is obviously Peloton